Buying your first home in London is a scary business.
Don't tell us that!
Because I know that, you know, I'm the big scary monster.
We need to be a calming influence.
I'm feeling just a bit...
I can tell you're jumping up and down.
But if they do what they're told, all will be fine.
Ed, would you mind just lying down in the bath for us? Would you mind sitting on the loo for me, Kat? That would be very kind, thank you very much.
I truly have the fear now.
Me too.
This week, we're both on home turf. And we're helping 2 pairs of first-time home buyers get their own corner of our capital.
We all know the London market can be tough, so although it's a home game, that's no guarantee of a great result.
The London property market has always been especially tough to break into. Prices in most of the city are terrifying, in some areas up to 4 times the national average. But it's not all doom and gloom out there.
For many first-time buyers, the property downturn offers a chance to get on the ladder. But there's huge competition as demand outstrips supply.
In fact, in some prime first-time buyer areas, property prices are back on the rise.
We're going to have to move quickly to make sure these first-timers don't miss that property boat. I'm going to be on my patch, south of the river, with 2 arty urbanites. During working hours, Ben Drummond's an art director at a swanky London ad agency, and Lucy Moore's a screenwriter.
Out of hours, Ben lives for his bikes, all 3 of them, and Lucy entertains small children with her puppetry prowess.
Well, I would describe Ben as a sort of a chic geek.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, and I suppose I could return the favour by describing you as a female equivalent of me.
For the last 2 years, they've been renting this spacious 1-bed garden flat in upmarket Wandsworth. With house prices so high in London, buying had previously been just a pipe dream.
As the market started going down and down and down and down a bit, we thought, yeah, maybe this pipe dream can actually become a reality.
Quite keen to sort of get somewhere where we can make it feel like home.
Our own little nest. Is that a cliche? Yes.
Yeah.
A nest.
Their 295 grand won't go very far in Wandsworth, so they've decided to centre their search around funky East Dulwich, a popular suburb in the more affordable southeast of the city.
I hate to tell them, even in this market, that isn't a dead cert. But as always, I like a challenge. Anyone home? Hello. I'm Phil.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Phil. Hi. You've got 1 decent bedroom there and a lovely living room.
Yeah, it's a good size.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason we took the flat was because it had that spacious feel, wasn't it? We walked in and we were like, oh, it's got space.
I mean, something of this size with the garden's going to be good news.
Yeah, it's somewhere we're going to be for sort of 5 years, I think. So, you know, we do want to sort of have family in a year or 2.
I know you spend a fair bit of time working from home. So
That's the thing for me. I mean, I'm at home all the time, so the area is also quite important because if I want to go out for a walk, I mean, around here there's the common and stuff like that. It's like space is more important for you, and area
space is my
yeah.
big kind of dream.
That's
To
'cause
have
you
space
so
to kind
much
of flounce around in.
got a lot going on here.
Yeah, we want the moon on a stick, as it were.
Yeah.
There is a window of opportunity. It's not going to last for long before what you want is actually completely unaffordable as the market recovers.
Yes, true.
So we need to get cracking.
OK?
Okay.
Let's crash through that window.
Get into it. With a budget of £295,000, Ben and Lucy are after a 2-bed garden flat. Space is important for all of Ben's cycling clutter, and location is top of the list for Lucy. An arty, boho area would be perfect. House prices in their search area have now been rising for 3 consecutive months, so time is not on our side.
My home patch is West London, a place I've lived for 15 years, and it's here I'll be attempting to squeeze our second set of property virgins through that small window of opportunity. Kat Norman works in marketing, and Ed Rowley is an engineer for London Underground.
They currently rent a 1-bed garden flat in Chiswick, one of West London's more appealing but expensive suburbs.
It's a nice way of life that we've become accustomed to in some ways.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too nice. So far, there's been way too much time spent enjoying themselves and not quite enough on house hunting.
The last thing we want to be doing is, you know, wandering around a load of properties which we don't particularly like.
At £300,000, they've got almost exactly the same budget as our other pair of first-timers. But these two aren't willing to make sacrifices on their lifestyle for anyone. They're determined to stay in West London and are hoping that taking on a bit of a project will make it affordable.
I think it'll be quite a big change to our lifestyle.
Get your nails dirty a bit, should be
yeah.
a bit of a change for you.
Yeah.
I think it's time for me to roll my sleeves up too. Finding houses is a very serious business, and there'll be no messing around on my watch.
Outside space. What do you need outside space for?
I think that we need, if I say we need outside space, we've got used to having outside space because we have outside space in our current flat.
Second bedroom. What would you say is the reason for your requirement for a second bedroom?
I think it's a storage function of that room, but
Okay.
B, also...
That is like... I don't mean to be scary, because I know that, you know, I'm the big scary monster, but having a second room for storage is borderline lunacy.
I think we should stop using the phrase, yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh dear, they're even more wet behind the ears than I thought. This one's going to take a lot of hand-holding.
With a budget of £300,000, Kat and Ed want their first home to be a spacious two-bedroom flat with a garden.
They say they're up for taking on a project, but to get Kat on board, it would need the right West London postcode.
At last!
Morning.
What took you so long? I thought scooters were supposed to be a fast way of getting around town.
Well, I thought I'd leave you a bit of time to Twitter and things like that.
That is actually just what I was doing. How did it go?
Yeah, it went well. I mean, they talk a good game. They appreciate there's going to be a compromise between space and location, but...
What do you say?
I say I'm withholding judgment. It's easy to say all those things. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
Actually, when the...
Push comes to shove. Yeah, I've got exactly the same situation. He wants to do work, she says she's up for it, but they have this amazing lifestyle of golf and tennis and everything. I think when it comes to grouting a tile at the weekend, she's going to really turn up her nose.
So, we've got £295,000 to bag Ben and Lucy a funky first flat in the southeast.
And £300,000 to give Kat and Ed a sporting chance at a Des-Res out west. Time for Pip and me to get the wheels turning.
With rising demand for affordable flats in the capital, we can't expect the properties to come to us. We need to get out there and round them up. We're kicking off in the southeast of the city. I've rustled up a flat to show Ben and Lucy in one of their top locations, fashionable Peckham Rye.
There's a lot of creative people moving into Peckham Rye, so I think you guys would enjoy living here very much.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
What do you think of the house itself?
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah. I mean, I quite like the unusual front door they've got and the very low letterbox. You know, the emojis.
Oh, yes.
How unusual.
With this flat, I'm setting them a little test. The area might be great, but the property is definitely small. It has got 2 bedrooms and a garden and is £15,000 under budget at £279,950. But I'm expecting them to be in a quandary about where they're going to put all their stuff.
It doesn't feel too small.
No, it doesn't. This room's
nice.
great. It's got a nice kind of quirky
Yeah,
factor, which I
definitely.
think is something that we're looking for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks. So this is a very cute kitchen, isn't it?
They've done it really nicely, though.
You live in a very large flat. It's only got
Yes.
1 bedroom, but there's a lot of
Yes,
space.
there is a lot
Yeah.
of space.
And there will be an element of...
Yeah. You just need to throw some things away. Some bike things.
No, never.
Yeah.
This flat is definitely in the bijou category. They don't seem to mind, so maybe we've got it right first time.
Yeah, this would definitely be a nice place to work. I mean, it's nice just having a window.
I got a feeling we're liking things too early. I think we need to be harder. No, I don't like it at all. Show us the next place.
the downside of this place is the small kitchen, isn't it?
This is a good flat. It's the first one I've showed them, so I have a feeling I'm just getting the pleasantries. They're kind of, perhaps they're just going through the motions. It's a strong place, but having seen inside theirs, they've got a lot of stuff. So I suspect that storage space is going to be the issue.
Look at the size of the bath.
It is a bit...
You'd have to saw me in half to get me in there.
The ultimate compromise. I like his thinking.
What do you feel of the inside?
I really like it. It's got a sort of slightly kooky feel. We're slightly worried about storage.
Yes, I think
and the
that's
small kitchen.
You do need somewhere where you can grow into.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to see you buy something that would suit now and then not suit in 3 or 4 years' time.
Yeah.
It's all about the long-term strategy. The wrong first home would be a very expensive mistake.
So far, I worry that Cat and Ed have not been taking their house hunting seriously enough. They're on a limited budget in London terms, but they've set their sights on some of the best areas. It's up to me to get their eyes on the ball. We found them a really good first property in Eelworth, 10 minutes from their beloved Chiswick. The area's not quite as smart, but it is an actual house with stairs and everything. It needs some work doing to it, but hopefully they'll be up for that.
First impressions?
I have to say, I suppose in comparison to some of the other houses on the street, it's probably not as attractive on the outside, but I'm excited by the...
That's a good thing.
Do you think it's a good thing?
Yes, it's a totally good thing, because that's where the potential comes in.
And with a bit of effort, this two-bed house could be a whole lot cuter.
The sitting room and kitchen diner are not a bad size, but one quibble could certainly be that the bathroom is off the second bedroom.
It's on the market at just shy of £285,000, which would give them £15,000 left over if they want to improve the layout.
OK.
Oh, I saw that face, Kat. I saw that face. Did you see Kat wrinkle her nose as she came in?
I didn't, actually. I missed that.
Yeah,
I thought I smiled.
No, there was it was like... But look out that window. Just look out the window.
OK. Oh, my
Wow.
goodness. Wow.
Enchanted garden.
This house is what I think you thought you wanted. The big project would be obviously to build in the side return. That would give you a bigger kitchen, some separate utility space, and the possibility of a downstairs shower room.
Yeah.
Do you feel inclined to say you like something because I'm towering over you?
Well, actually, maybe a little bit outside. I was trying to look at the positives.
You can't do this to keep me happy.
I know.
Spending the best part of £300,000 to keep me happy is not a good
it's not your
idea.
house.
No.
Yeah.
Building an extension with a downstairs bathroom and utility room will almost certainly be money in the bank for Cat and Ed. And the second bedroom would have its own ensuite bathroom. It's a good plan, but will it be enough to stop Cat's nose twitching?
At the moment, it's just acting as a bit of a walkway, isn't it, until the,
Well,
to the
a
bathroom?
bit of a study.
It's nice to have the space, but it's just a bit of a shame that the bathroom is down the end.
It's a bit early to call these two. I'd say not a case of fussy girl, not fussy boy. Actually, I think they're both equally fussy.
And that's all right, so long as you've got the money to do it. But if you haven't, a good imagination could make all the difference.
The way that they're using that second bedroom is probably quite similar to the way that we would use it, and it's just a bit of a nothing room. It's like a big hallway into the bathroom.
If you had a downstairs bathroom, would that change what you felt about the house?
I think having the bathroom downstairs would be a big bonus, so that if you have people around, they don't need to go through a bedroom to go to the toilet or something like that.
Got mixed feelings at the moment.
You're not the only one. I don't mind doing a bit of hand-holding, but they've got to put the effort in as well. I don't want them to be stuck in rented forever.
Even in an uncertain market, it's cheaper to do your own work than buy it already done. But there are a few things first-time buyers should always look out for.
Be thorough. With old properties, a full structural survey is useful, but they can make for scary reading. So do go through it with someone who's bought a property before. Building an extension is often cheaper than moving house. Think about the extension potential of any property you buy. Your needs will invariably change over time.
Be realistic about your DIY skills. If the job seems too big for you, it probably is. Ask the professionals in and save yourself a lot of time and frustration. Your first home is unlikely to be your forever home, so think about the work you're doing and whether it will appeal to others. As a general rule, adding space downstairs gives more of a return than adding it upstairs.
I'm feeling just a bit...
I can tell you're jumping up and down.
You know, how old were you when you learned to drive?
17.
I was 17 when I learnt to drive and 21 when I bought my first property. I was really keen to get in there and get on with it. I just sense there's a lack of it with my couple. Yeah. How are your couple doing?
Well, the area went down an absolute storm.
Yeah.
Peckham right, perfect for them. The flat was well priced, but it was a bit too small.
Okay.
The storage space is a real issue.
They loved Peckham right, and now we're in Streatham.
Yes.
Way to go, Phil.
Well, this is about 300 square feet bigger.
So best behaviour, Kirstie, and don't go scaring the horses. Streatham actually has a lot to offer. It's a lively place with good amenities, and I'm really hoping they'll give it a chance.
Here we are, this is it. So we're just to the south of Streatham High Road.
Yeah.
Not quite the sort of leafy, villagey place of Peckham Rye where we've been.
No.
But it is very functional, it's very practical, and you get a lot more for your money.
Inside, there's loads of space and some pretty full-on colours, but we'll ignore that for the time being. The living room is big, there are 2 double bedrooms, and that all-important garden. Perfect for any future children to run around in. At 275 grand, it's 20,000 under budget, and you can buy a lot of paint for that.
Now, whilst cosmetically this might be a bit dated, it is in a completely different league from where we've come from.
It's big.
Yeah.
Big.
You could very, very easily refurb it, make it look super sharp,
Yeah.
and turn it around.
Yeah.
Potential.
Yeah. I'm still going about the area, I have to say, but yeah. If it was compromising, I think we would compromise on space. Do you agree?
Come back to the bikes, don't we?
Yeah.
What happens when you have kids? You haven't got the time for the bikes, and you haven't got room for bikes and babies. So you might as well get rid of them now.
My bikes are my babies. What are you saying?
They've got names and everything.
Major Nichols wouldn't be happy.
For once in my life, I think it's best to keep stum.
That is a first.
Main bedroom here.
Hey.
Lovely doors
How about
out
it?
to the garden, nice and bright.
Another room, another colour.
What's going through your minds?
The storage in this room is brilliant. Like, in the other property, the wardrobe is like this, and this one is, like, massive.
Focus on the space you'd get. And right now, I don't think you've probably seen the full potential of this flat. There's a basement.
Ooh.
There's loads of bike storage space, OK?
Excellent.
So let's take a more positive attitude to this flat.
OK, yes.
Forget the area for a second. You.
OK.
Is this the first sign that this veritable rainbow of a flat is warming them to Streatham?
You're starting to get a feel of the amount
Yeah.
of space
Yeah,
that there
yeah.
is and the opportunities here.
I can see all my little babies down here.
Can you get over the fact that it's in Streatham? Could
Well, my logic says yes, but my heart says no, if you see what I mean. Sometimes you just have an instinct about something, and I'm not convinced yet.
you? Are we wasting our time here?
Maybe.
Is Ben downstairs saying, I don't care what you do to me in this cellar, Phil, Streatham isn't going to cut the mustard?
Probably.
And you're about to tell me the same thing.
Yeah. I don't like the flat enough to put aside Streatham, I have to say.
OK. That's put the kibosh on this flat.
I think it's time to quick step out of here.
So far, they've ruled out one property on space and the other on area. We need to have a good think about where we take them next.
A new day, and with our other pair of first-time buyers, we're still on the hunt for that elusive, nice area on a budget. So we've landed in the bustling suburb of West Ealing. It's not quite Chiswick, but it's only 15 minutes away.
Morning, cherubs.
Good morning. I'm Phil.
This is Phil.
How do you do? Very nice to meet you.
Just tell me quickly, are you OK with this area?
I'm more familiar with other parts of Ealing, so I have lived in North Ealing. I prefer Ealing Broadway, probably.
OK,
OK, that's fine.
let's get in.
Now can we talk about where you got your lovely cardigan?
My cardigan?
Yeah, it's so nice.
Wrong kind of shopping, Kirstie. Given that they struggled with the idea of work at the last property, we brought them to this masonette because they could move straight in. Having said that, I do have a little project up my sleeve just in case.
It's a tad shy of 290 grand, so it's 10,000 under budget. With 8 viewings booked over the next few days, it isn't expected to hang around for long.
This is the kitchen, so you can see it's done.
Yeah, it's all finished to a nice standard.
It is definitely worth having a look around this flat and thinking, could I move into this and lead the life in this flat that I want to lead?
Yeah, and I think with that in mind, I think we can have a look round, but I'm not sold yet, I don't think.
You girls carry on, we'll catch you up. I want to show Ed something out the back.
What they've done is they've gone into the attic and they've created this. It's not, for Ed to stand up in on a permanent basis.
It is lovely and light. I know this is the kind of thing that Ed wants to do himself, convert the attic in a property. It's just almost, what do we do with this property? It's all done for us.
Time to roll out my little plan. So at the moment, Ed, you have to exit the front of the flat and come round the back in order to get to this garden. So it's not direct access at the moment. However, we've had a builder look at this. If you were to have a door at the end of the kitchen, coming out onto a nice little balcony and staircase down into here, you can make this direct access. The builder that we had a look at it thought about £9,000.
We have been very busy doing a lot of activities and stuff, but we're willing to sacrifice a bit of that in order to take on a bit of a project.
We're definitely back on it with the work.
Yeah.
These first-timers, they're so fickle. Just one 6-foot hurdle to hop over upstairs.
So, how's your head?
Just about fit in this room.
So this wouldn't stop you buying the flat then?
No, no.
This sounds like a weird thing to say. I think they've got too much choice.
You're presenting good options. This is an option that they walked in for, actually, we wanted a project, and now they're thinking, maybe it's the sensible option.
Definitely room for a double.
With the second bedroom this big, this would definitely last us for a few years.
I like it.
Do you have manicures, Phil?
No.
Your hands always...
Hello.
Poor Phil's bemoaning that he never gets a manicure.
Kirstie, you asked me if I had a manicure. I said I've never had a manicure.
said
It's not
if only.
surprised. What do you think?
You know, I'm sort of talking myself more around this property.
The good thing about this flat is you couldn't outgrow it. I mean, the couple here are obviously having their second child, and that's at the point at which they're outgrowing it.
Yeah, might be a slow sell.
Slow burn.
Yeah.
All
Well
the best
said.
things are.
Do you think?
Yeah, well, I certainly didn't like Phil when I first met him.
Oh, you're being horrible today. I'm going.
I know, but that means I do
I'm
like you
going.
now, doesn't it? It means I do like you now.
I'm going.
That's gratitude for you. I traipse across London, get you a great result. It's not like I haven't got enough to do.
Yeah.
Ben and Lucy reacted super bad to Streatham, so I'm not taking any more chances on location.
This time we're taking these first-timers to fashionable East Dulwich. It's top of their London list because of its arty cafes and cool bars. But this sort of stuff don't come cheap.
This is the one here. Check it out.
Yeah,
Lovely.
looks really nice.
It's got its own tree as well. How about that?
This flat really is top-notch, with 2 double bedrooms and a lovely sitting room. Inside, it's not huge, but the garden is a good size. As part of their 5-year plan, they could easily extend here. It's being marketed at just under £300,000, so we're pushing them £5,000 over their budget by bringing them here, but I'm confident this property is worth it.
So it's a little bit bigger than flat number 1
Yeah.
and a little bit smaller than flat number 2.
Yeah.
Well, we were really surprised, I think, when we
stopped here.
Yeah. It's like, hang on a minute, this is good.
Yeah. And the flat's amazing. I mean, it really is. I love it.
It's a better layout than the Peckham property because you've got the kitchen at the back.
And it feels a good size, the kitchen, rather than feeling like...
Well, because you've got these doors here that open right out, or at least one of them does, it feels like a bigger space, doesn't it? Which is really good. And, you know, you could be doing the washing up while I'm watching TV.
Steady.
I like to see a couple settling in and planning future rows.
Now, you've really just got to pick your point to park your bike. What's the bike called? Major
Nichols.
Major Nichols.
She's going to love it. I can even cycle in circles on the lawn.
I think you're going round in circles.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's a great garden.
If you were to run out of space, as it currently stands, you could think about doing something like this.
Now, see, that's a great idea. That is a great idea.
And then, then you've got somewhere...
sitting
You
kitchen.
could have 2 kids.
Or more bikes.
There you go. You're coming around to my way of thinking.
But it is great to have somewhere that has potential. It's a long term, because it is top of budget already.
Yeah, we'd have to.
But I think it's a very nice to have. Help yourself, go back in, check out the bedrooms, work out where you put your desk and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm keen.
Okay, let's go.
I was getting a bit worried, but I think that's sold to the couple.
Such an attractive trait, overconfidence.
This place is good because it doesn't need that much, or if anything, doing to it.
We wouldn't be able to do anything to it, but that would be okay. Like, we could in a couple of years, you know.
Because we'll be eating brown rice. That's good.
I'm loving it. Are you loving it?
Yes.
A direct hit, but it's over budget. With people champing at the bit to view this place, pressure's on.
As for the next chapter of our West Side story, I'm hoping for a happy ending. We're bringing our home-buying novices back to the hood. Chiswick.
So, area?
Yes, lovely. You know it very well.
But if you saw anything in this area, it'd be what? Shoebox.
That's what we were thinking.
We wouldn't probably even bother to look.
Well, this property is for sale.
Okay.
If you went for this property, it would require energy, drive and courage.
Okay.
In spades. Do you still want to see inside?
Oh, yeah, we're intrigued by that.
Kat warmed to the idea of work at the last place, so if she can keep that imagination ball rolling, they could end up with a great first home in the perfect location. Around here, on their budget, they'll only get one bedroom, and overall this place is not their style, or probably anybody's style. But it is £20,000 under budget, just short of £280,000, so money in the pot to tackle the work. By shifting the bathroom from its current position overlooking the garden, they could then move the kitchen sitting room to the back of the house, giving it a lovely open aspect. It's more of a renovation, but it would mean they could have their own bit of Chiswick, so it could be worth it.
So guys, remember what I said, courage and vision. I'm going to talk you through, okay? You two are currently standing in the bathroom. Ed, would you mind just lying down in the bath for us? Yeah? Would you mind sitting on the loo for me, Kat? That would be very kind, thank you very much. Hall cupboard, okay? And here is a desk. This is a big kitchen sitting room, all one room.
Okay.
Okay, so this wall isn't here anymore, and you've got double doors going into your garden.
Right. Have you put me through this?
I sort of think about it as more of an investment. There's
If you
definitely a
want
lot you can add value to.
If you want to stay in the area and have some size, this is the only way of doing it, okay?
Okay.
To do work, I'd be really excited, but this is like a baptism of fire.
I perhaps should have predicted this. I think Ed feels let down. Kat said she was up for work, and actually, when faced with the reality of work, she's not. You're not up for this flat, are you, Kat?
I'm quite overwhelmed by it, I suppose, in some ways. I just think it's a huge amount of money to pay for something which is in this state.
I think that you genuinely need to sleep on it.
I think so.
Poor Kat, I think she's going to be having nightmares.
At least I'm on a roll. If Ben and Lucy thought the last place in East Dulwich was good, I think they're going to love this next one. It's in the bustling up-and-coming suburb of Forest Hill. First-time buyer heaven. The cream on the cake is that the East London train line extension should arrive here in 2010. Good news for property prices.
It happens to be an area that I rate highly for its potential.
Compared to the last place, I think we're on a sort of an East Dulwich come down. so it's going to be a little bit of an anticlimax in terms of the location, but you know.
Quite a pretty place, I thought.
Yeah.
Come on. Bit of a surprise here.
Oh, going here.
Oh. You missed the surprise! What? There's stairs!
Oh!
House.
It's a house.
That is a surprise.
This house has 3 big bedrooms, 2 reception rooms, a huge kitchen diner and a decent garden. It is on at a budget-busting $335,000, but I've got some inside information that could put it within reach.
Aren't you the clever one?
Whoa.
Your face. That's good. Oh,
You're kidding me.
Whoa.
Oh, no. That's put a cat amongst the pigeons, isn't it?
It certainly has.
I was thinking, no chance. Absolutely no chance.
It's a proper proper family house. There is a story behind this.
Okay.
The advertised price is £335,000. Now, we are only showing you this house because of connections with the agents. We know that the vendor has found something, and we also know that he would let it go for 290. And you have
A massive kitchen.
you have your own proper eating kitchen.
Word.
God.
My.
How could you do this now?
It's the best kitchen we've seen in terms of size.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Come on then. We'll enjoy the stairs going upwards.
Can we come down in a sleeping bag later?
Right, well, where do you want to go?
Everywhere.
I'm just going to have a little gander in here.
Okay. Master bedroom in here.
Whoa, it's big.
It's big.
Yeah.
Just playing devil's advocate, we've come from East Dulwich. Really loved the flat. It was big enough. It worked on every level. What are your thoughts now on Forest Hill?
Well, we have got friends who live here, and they do like it. I mean, I do love East Dulwich, and that fact that flat was just off Lordship Lane does make it very attractive. But this is so much bigger. I don't know what to say.
For what it's worth, I think, from an investment point of view, this is unbeatable.
This one really could go either way. Time for a man-to-man chat.
I have to say, I'm leaning towards this place now.
You're not going to run out of space.
I feel like a proper adult, actually. Do you know what I mean? I behave like a bit of an idiot most of the time, but I'll actually feel like a bit grown up. I should do.
Well, you should do. You're taking on a mortgage and buying a property together.
Yeah.
It's the first time you've done that.
It's the classic kind of scary yet exciting. I think it would be wonderful for us to have our own home.
You better find Lucy.
Okay.
See how she's doing.
Lucy, where are you hiding?
This is good. We've got a flat that they absolutely love, but they're likely to have to compete for, possibly even pay a premium, versus a house that they could get at a discount that's twice the size. I know which one I'd be going for.
3-bedroom house. I mean, for me, it's like, I don't know the area that well, so...
No, I don't either.
It's like, yeah, I need to check out kind of the nearest green spaces.
Because
that's the thing for me. I'm here all day. I want to be able to get out to somewhere nice.
So, what's the verdict?
Oh, it's nice.
And the little garden.
Yeah. It's smaller than the other one, but it's not too wee.
You've had a bit of time together.
Yeah.
Probably need a lot more, don't you, to work this one out. But where are you
Some
at?
thinking time. We think we'd be mad not to go for this place.
If we kind of have a little nose around the neighbourhood and get comfortable with that as well, then, you know, it's a sealed deal.
Loving the sound of that.
There's so much to consider when buying your first home, but you shouldn't move a muscle until you're sure how much you've got to spend. Get a mortgage advisor and do your sums. Don't despair if your favourite area is too expensive. Buy close by, and the demand for that area will gradually improve yours.
Look for schools that are rising in the performance tables. At some point in the future, families will be flocking here. Areas with plans to improve local transport are also good hunting ground. New rail, road or underground links are certain to add a premium to property prices.
Find out from your local council if there are any new quality housing developments in the pipeline, often a sign that an area's on the up. At ground level, be on the lookout for skips and scaffolding, always a sign that people are happy to improve rather than move. Back with Kat and Ed, and we're approaching a verdict. Will it be loads of work in Chiswick or the easy option in Ealing? I'm keen to see how the cookies crumbled.
So, is this Chiswick? No, it's Ealing. What on earth happened, Ed?
I think that although the Chiswick property was a nice opportunity to have a bit of a project and get some work done, I think for us at the moment this is more what we're looking for
Are you dragging Ed back into this flat?
Am I Ed?
Oh no,
Oh, Ed, come on. That was the most unconvincing oh no I've ever heard.
Kat may have got her way with this one, but I've earmarked a few walls that could be knocked down to keep Ed happy. Basically, the bathroom could move to where the kitchen is. You'd lose the corridor and square off the kitchen. This would maximise the space and create an access point with the stairs to the garden, just as Phil planned.
Nice one, Kirstie.
I'm feeling really positive about this. I think we've got something which we could do to the property, a little bit more substantial bit of work, and we'd have a really nice result at the end.
I feel like, you know, all that hard work I did last night trying to convince you that doing work was not the way forwards has been undone. But no, I'm only joking. I think this is actually a really good idea. It's bigger than I remember it up here.
Yeah.
I feel good about...
Do you think you're ready to think about putting an offer in?
Yeah, the more I see this house, the more I like it.
I've moved on. I'm in a negotiating mood now because they obviously really want this flat. And you know what? It is what Kat said, it's a slow burn because she wasn't wild about it when she first saw it. She really, really, really wasn't. But it's a good flat for a second viewing.
I think this feels like the right place to go for, and I'm going to be really disappointed if we can't get it. Just preparing you for that now.
Okay.
There you go, Phil. We're both on a roll.
Of course, nobody's actually bought anything yet, but it sounds like we'll be flexing our negotiating muscles before the day is out. Ben and Lucy's pen is hovering above the dotted line to sign for the 3-bed house in Forest Hill. The only thing holding them back is that they're not completely au fait with the area. And what better way to explore than on Major Nichols, aka Ben's bike? And just for the record, no, I don't have a name for mine.
So round we go. Wow, way to go.
How about that?
What do you make of Forest Hill then?
It's a lot better than I expected. There's some bits that are kind of are better than others, but like you were saying, it does feel like it's coming up. Like there's some really nice little shops.
It does. It just keeps getting better and better. I think the stars are in alignment.
Right, come on then. Now is the moment.
Oh, the lovely kitchen.
It's just all too perfect. I don't want to break the spell by like...
You have to.
I don't want to break the spell either, but I do need to tell you something. The time is now 3:30. Talking to the agent over lunch, there is a viewing at
Don't tell us that!
There's a viewing at 5:15 and there's another one at 5:30.
Okay.
Quick!
My advice to you is check that you're happy with it. Don't mean to make a rash decision. But if you feel comfortable, then we should get on the phone and we should try and tie
We
this
felt
up.
comfortable about it this morning.
Yeah, I mean,
We were
we're
like-
so comfortable with it.
Yeah.
What do you want to offer?
290.
Fine. I think we should just make the offer here and now.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Raj, how are you doing? It's Phil Spencer. Yeah, very good indeed. I've got an offer for you. I've got 290 for you. It's on the table. Okay. No, that would be absolutely fine, but I would appreciate if you could perhaps pass that offer on, because I know the clock is ticking on this. They are set to go, and if we could get a positive response, they could be in here within the month. Thank you very much. Bye, Raj.
I truly have the fear now.
I think we all have the fear. We're at West and I'm in the business of securing that perfect Ealing property for Kat and Ed. The asking price is just short of 290,000, but we don't do asking prices.
Every single time people offer too quickly, accept too quickly, you feel like you should have gone in lower.
We can go in at 270 and see what happens.
So 270, opening offer?
I think so,
Yep.
yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, Tom, it's Kirstie. I'm very well, how are you? Have you got 2 seconds? I've got an offer for you. It's what some people might describe as a cheeky offer, but I would not describe it as a cheeky offer at all. 270? They only need to give their current landlord a month's notice. Well, when you say I'll certainly speak to my clients about it, you're saying, well, I might waste a telephone call on calling my client, but actually that's a disappointingly low offer. Please explain to your client that they are gunning to buy that flat. Okay, Tom. Bye. I'm pleased.
Yeah.
I'm pleased. I don't want to get my first offer accepted. I want it to get rejected, and then I want to nudge up.
Yeah, exactly.
Back in Forest Hill, we get a response from the agent.
Hello, Raj. Hi, yeah, all right, thank you. How are you? Mm-hmm. Did he talk figures? Yeah. Things have changed. Well, how about you and I speak Monday morning anyway? Cheers, Raj. Bye. The vendor was buying something. He's lost that.
Oh, no.
Which means that the pressure to sell this
Is off.
is off. So he would have sold it at 290 if he'd been able to secure what he was trying to secure.
Would it be worth offering our max budget and saying, look, we know that you're not under pressure to move, but this is our best offer. We love the place.
I think on Monday, in a couple of days' time, yes, it would be. But whilst there are 2 other viewings, you know, and it's now nearly 4 o'clock.
Let's trash the place.
There is no point showing your best card right now, in case that card, the offer is revealed to somebody else.
Back in Ealing with Cat and Ed, there's been a very different kind of development.
Yep. I had almost made a clean getaway.
Okay.
The telephone rang.
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
who said
Yes.
that if you really can exchange that quickly and get your acting gear, they'll accept 270. Anyway, congratulations.
Wow.
Sometimes getting your first offer accepted isn't so bad.
Finally going. I'm off.
Okay.
I'm off.
Bye.
Bye.
Gonna be homeowners.
Elation on one side of London, disappointment on the other.
Well, I suppose can't win them all. Gutted.
And the ups and downs didn't stop there.
Over the next couple of days, Phil carried on negotiating for us and actually managed to secure it with a slightly higher offer. So we were really excited.
Great news.
Not so fast, Kirstie.
And then,
About a month later.
yes, we got a bit hit by the credit crunch, which meant that we couldn't really get our mortgage, which then meant we couldn't get the house. So it kind of, you know, we were there and then we were there and then it sort of went back down again. So unfortunately it didn't turn out.
It's been a crushing blow, but in true Ben and Lucy style, they're bouncing back.
So we've decided to have fun instead.
Yeah. We're going to go on an American road trip, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
And the house buying dream hasn't disappeared. Once the credit crunch storm passes, Ben and Lucy will be on the hunt again, and they know exactly where they'll be looking.
When Phil took us to that last location in Forest Hill, we were thinking, really, you know, do we want to live here? But in actual fact, we could get a whole house, which we never realised before. So, or whenever we kind of go for it, we know where we want to go for. Well done them. It would be nice to get home. So I hope that's what's in store for us in the future. Please.
So Ben and Lucy remain hopeful about finding their first home, while Cat and Ed have just moved into theirs.
When we walked back into it for the first time, we were just really excited, and it lived up to all the expectations, and it was almost better than how we remembered it. So just really kind of happy to be here now.
It's been really great to get our first flat together and to have Kirstie help us find it. I don't think we would have found this flat without their help.
Good work, Kirstie. 2 very happy customers.
I think plans for the foreseeable future are definitely just, working on the house and really making it our own home.
And Ed's plans don't stop there.
Ed wants to build lots of our furniture as opposed to buying it, which makes me slightly worried because I think he's only done, GCSE technology?
Yes, and some woodwork classes.
Good on you, Ed. You've got to start somewhere.
Now it's just, lovely trying to kind of shape this property and make it into a beautiful house. And then obviously marriage and babies in the second year.
Right.
One step at a time, Kat.